Alrighty, finishing off exam 3 today, doing question 8. This one's a bit of a doozy, so we'll go through it together. It asks us a rectangular canvas picture, so let's go ahead and draw that out. Measures 16 by 22 inches, so this inside one is mounted inside a frame of uniform width, so the width of this one is uniform. Increasing the total area of both the canvas and frame to 616 square inches. So the area of both of these will be 616. Find the uniform width of the frame. So we're looking for the frame or the width, which is x. So the length from here to here, or at least the width and the length, is going to be x. We don't really know that yet, right? So we do know how to find an area and length of a rectangle, right? Length times width. So let's go ahead and plug in the length and the width of our innermost canvas first. So that's going to be 16 and 22. But they times each other. What about these x values? Well, we do know that to find the length of something, we're going to times it by itself, right? So why don't we just add 2x to each of these? And we can make that the total area. That's going to be our problem or our equation to solve this. Let's go ahead and plug that in and kind of get solving. So 16 plus 2x times 22 plus 2x equals 616. Let's go ahead and distribute this guy out. This gives us 44x. Let me actually write that. It's going to be 4x squared plus 44x. We want to cross those out as we're done with that. Then we can distribute out this next one. That's going to be plus 32x, 16 times 2x, and then finally plus 352, all equals 616. Why don't we go ahead and combine some like terms real quick, make our life a little easier. So these two right here, 4x squared plus 76x plus 352 equals 616. Now we want to find x, right? So let's go ahead and set this whole equation to 0 and move the 616 over. So we still have 4x squared plus 76x, but now we have minus 254 equal to 0. We have a trinomial here, but before we do AC method, we can go ahead and actually do some factoring to save us some time. So this all can factor out by 4. So this gives us x squared plus 19x minus 66, all equal to 0 still. Now this is much more reasonable to do AC method for. So let's go ahead and do that on this top right corner. So a times c, this case, is negative 66, and we want it to add up to 19. Pretty straightforward. It's going to be negative 3 and 22 because we want it to be a positive value. So let's go ahead and circle that. So we have our 4 out here still. X squared plus, actually we do minus 3x plus 22x minus 66, parentheses equals 0. Now we can factor by grouping. So here we can factor this first one by x. That gives us x minus 3. We do this one by a positive 22. And that gives us also x minus 3, close that parentheses, equals to 0. Then we have some equation we solve for our x value. So let's go ahead and do that in this little corner over here. So x minus 3 equals 0, plus 3, x equals 3, and x plus 22 equals 0, minus 22, x equals negative 22. We're going to want this one because it cannot be a negative length. So let's go ahead and plug that back into our original equation and see if it's right. So we remember our original equation from up here and then go ahead and plug that back in and see what we're solving for. So doing that, we have 16 plus 2 times 3 times 22 times 2 times sorry, 22, my bad. 22 times 2 times 3 equals 616. Sorry, I'm running out of room. We can simplify this, obviously, so that'd be 16 plus 6 times 22 plus 6 equals 616. This gives us 22 times 28, and that does indeed equal 616. So our answer is correct. Writing this out, it would be the uniform, I'm just putting uni, width, or W, width is 3 inches. This seems like a lot, I promise, but if you understand this relationship and basic factoring rules, such as AC method, it's not that complex. Right, sweet. Thanks, Yi.